Damn guys, imagine parking in the streets and you find your car. This is a street body workshop. We either win or cry. No spray. So I wonder if this will do it. User hasn't been like sitting flush against against the bumper. So believe it or not, it's been 3 weeks without my car. So I'm going to go collect it right now. And as well guys, I've been looking at this empty parking spot for 3 weeks, and driving Uber has been very hard and very expensive. You're probably wondering what's going on, what happened to my car. I made this video 6 months ago about taking my car to a street panel beater. Well, I ran into some few problems. The adhesive on the bumper started peeling off. The paint matching was perfect, but there was just something about the paint. Every time I would wipe with a towel, the paint would be left on the towel, which meant there was no clear coat applied. I then got my homeboy Mickey, which he used circle flags to stick the diffuser, which worked excellent and it was perfectly stuck in. But I wasn't happy with the paint job, so this is where we are right now. So today is the day where I get my car, and here are the first impression. These guys did a really good job, and mind you, this whole bumper was resprayed, and the color matching is so fantastic that you can't even tell that the bumper was resprayed. And what I like about this is they had to take the whole bumper out, and they have to take out the pieces, so that includes this black thing right here and the grill, so completely stripped off. I'm gonna put an image to show you how it looks like. Even though it looks like a small mod, let me just show you something more interesting, is that when I remove the plates, there's no double-sided tape, there's nothing here. And what I like about it is normally these cars from factory, they have like holes here to mount the number plate. So P&P Performance did an amazing job at closing all those holes here. So it's what we call a bumper flush. So there's literally no holes here, only the sensors that you can see here. Let me show you the next thing that was done is the back bumper. So this entire back bumper was resprayed. So those who watched my video, my previous video, not actually my previous video, so there was a video where I actually took my car to get resprayed at the streets, and I posted it. I'm gonna just put the link to it. So I had it done, but I think down the lines, like 3 months, I came across a lot of problems. The first problem is that they resprayed the car, and when they resprayed the car, it was done within a day, and I took it the same day, and that should have been a red flag. You're also following my channel, you know that when it comes to this diffuser right here, guys, I had a problem with it. I think it was removed 3 times, and this time when it was removed, it was done properly, and it's sitting so flush to the body. Let me just see if I can just show you how well it's sitting this time. I love the fitment, guys. This is the fitment that I've been always looking for. This is where they do the painting, as you can see here. So it's beautiful. Eta, how's it? Sure. All right. As you can see, they're prepping this to get painted. So this is the painting booth. Most people don't have painting booths. They just paint outside, just like how I took my car first. If I only knew I was gonna bring it here at first, but I can't cry over that because that car wash costed like around 300 to 1,000 rand. But yeah, so that's it for this part. So I'm about to take my car home, and yeah, it's gonna be a short video. So as you can see, guys, this car is from VW that they're doing amazing work. I'm really happy. So yeah, make sure you contact them. You can check them on Google. It's PNP Performance. Just make sure to check them, and they did an amazing thing on my car. I'm very happy. Welcome to my world of imagination, where you got big money, big millions, and big everything. This is the 2026 BMW M2 CS with 390 kilowatts of power and 650 Newton meters of torque. The CS has a more aggressive front bumper, and another thing is that it sits lower. Every vent that you see here is functional, so nothing about this car is more of like a design look. It's more function. What adds more of an aggressive look is the front hips that are more pronounced and the back hips right there. Looking at the arches of this car, it gives it such an aggressive look over the normal M2. Because the front end has been dropped by 20 millimeters, BMW has decided to put a rubber front lip right here, which since it's lower, you're more likely to like scratch the front. Now, this is my first impression of the BMW M2 CS. Sitting here feels so much good. This car is so sturdy, it's so built well, and this bucket seats right here, they're like really hugging me. I feel like they're holding me so super tight. You also gotta love this big Alcantara steering wheel with the red stitch right there. This looks very girthy. And when I'm pressing down on here, same thing. This thing is built sturdy. You can feel it when you climb inside it that it's very rigid. I feel like this is one of the best put together cabins I've ever seen in a while. Unlike the 340s, I like the fact that BMW has kept the gear knob, because the 340 to change gears, you gotta use your finger like this. And more detail is that the carbon fiber that goes around, and you get your M1 and M2. You also got carbon fiber on the pedals. I feel like I would use this instead of CarPlay when I don't have network around me. And you also do get so much carbon fiber right here. Let me just quickly show you inside the carbon fiber parts that you get. You get carbon fiber trims right here. That also extends to your center console. And next to it, you get this leather padding right here that says CS, just to remind you. Let's also not forget the carbon bucket seats. And a lot of people say these seats are uncomfortable. I feel like they feel great. They are holding me so well. It feels like I can just take a corner at 200 kilometers an hour. That's how the seats make me feel. One thing I like that BMW did is getting to the back seat is not hard labor. All you need to do is take the strap and pull it, then the seat folds like that, then the seat will go forward for you. And the entrance space, that's how big it is, so you can sit behind. So this is not a 5-seater, it's a 4-seater. Let's also test, can a grown man like me sit at the back of a CS? So let me just get in here, and I see the carbon right there. So let's see if I can actually fit here. And I'm now sitting at the back of a M2 CS, and the leg room is just my fingers, but I feel like I can sit here. One thing I can't do is I can't really stretch my legs, so I have to be sitting like this. I wouldn't recommend doing or sitting here at the back for when you're driving like a long distance, maybe 200 kilometers, maybe 100 kilometers you can take it, but anything more than 200 kilometers you'll find yourself maybe sitting like this trying to stretch your legs. But let me also show you the leg room at the front. The passenger has enough leg room. One thing I wouldn't recommend is sitting behind the driver. So let's say if the driver is tall, I don't think there's any space right here. So this is currently my driving sitting position, and this is how much space you have. Just a fist. This is my fist. Just a fist. So this is made for kids or people without legs. I like that you get this vents at the side so you can tickle the passenger. Now, what if you're looking for something more affordable? 600,000 Rand more affordable, much more bigger, same power, more practical, and a 4-wheel drive. Here is the M4 Competition. Would you rather buy this car or save a hefty 600,000 Rand and go for this car that I'm about to show you right now, which is the 2026 BMW M4 Competition? This car still looks more practical to use and much more bigger. Yes, it doesn't sit as low as the M2 CS, and it doesn't look as aggressive as the M2 CS, but you do save around 600,000 Rand when you go for this. Now, the M4 Competition might not look as aggressive as the M2 CS, and even though outside you don't get a single carbon piece, this car still looks more. On the M4 CS, you still do get the carbon fiber bits like on the steering wheel, on the dash trims, and as well on the center console. What you don't get here is that Alcantara steering wheel that you find on the M2 CS. So now, since this car is much bigger, this is a test. As an adult, can I sit at the back seat of this car? So what you see here is my current sitting position. So let's see if I can sit behind the car. So just have to give it a while to go to the front. BMW makes this so much easier. And first impression is when I do come back here is that it's so much easier to access the back than the M2 CS. So let me just see if I can sit here. Now sitting behind the M4 Competition is that I don't have much space right here, but it's fair enough because I'm slightly tall and that's my driver's seat position. Now this is me sitting behind of the M4 Competition, and already as you can see there's enough space compared to the M2, so I can actually sit nice, I can relax, I don't feel too cramped, and yeah, this is much bigger car, much more practical. Now in terms of these two coupes, the one I'll choose for is this one right here, because it's more compact and I love compact cars. It looks more aggressive, even though it costs 600,000 rand more. But this is a more special car. You won't see many of these on the road. So now let me take you to the next level, past the G-Wagon, past the other CS, and you probably think, is this car? No, it's not the Urus, and no, it's not the Ferrari, and yes, it's the Rolls-Royce, the symbol of wealth. This is how a Rolls-Royce key looks like, and very premium. This is leather with some metal and gloss black. Now let me show you how it feels like to leave wealthy and enter the Rolls-Royce. Right now, I'm at the back of the Rolls-Royce Ghost, and you do see some BMW signature right here. One thing I've noticed is the infotainment that you get on the screen at the back. It's giving that BMW UI feel. As you can see, guys, if you have a F80 or the F series M5, you can kind of recognize the UI here, the components, how this tables are sitting, how everything is designed. You can clearly see that. But this is such a nice car to be in. Like, when the windows and the doors are closed, I don't hear a single thing outside. Everything is super quiet. Like, I can just imagine the sound system of this car, how it sounds like. But just look at that.